and officially have been named the starter.
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited, just ready for the opportunity, and we've been waiting for this for a while, so just excited to go out and play.
I'm sure it's been a long journey for you. Obviously, when you went to Incarnate Word, I'm sure some people maybe wrote you off, but you're back here in the SEC. How pumped up are you ready to go to prove yourself once again that you're a top-level quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm just excited to go out and play with this group of guys and this team and go play football, man. You know, when this time comes around, we've been waiting for 6-7 months, so just to get back out on the field and play important games that matter to us and a lot of other people, it's just exciting.
There's a lot of oars listed at wide receiver on the depth chart. Does that affect you guys at all with them moving in and out, or not so much?
No, I mean, for the most part, that's just kind of stuff we handle internally, but, whoever's out there, I'm confident in whoever we got out there.
What do you think you learned, and how do you think you grew just over this fall camp?
I think just growing in the system, learning to play within the system, and spent a lot of time with Coach Bush and just knowing when to take certain chances and when to keep us ahead of the sticks and just operating in the offense.
Coach Stoops said that you get a little itch and you want to use that big arm. Is it tough sometimes to pull back the reins and not let that thing fly deep?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like to go by the saying, I got to be Clark Kent until it's time to be Superman, and that might be in game one and it might not be. I just playing within the system and doing whatever the team needs me to do.
Experienced defense on the other side of the ball. What have you maybe seen from film-wise from Toledo so far?
They're going to play hard, man. We know that they're going to come in and we go by the motto this week of respect all, fear none, and that's going to be all season. So, our opponent's faceless. We have a lot of respect for them. They're going to come in and, we know it's one of their bigger games this season. So, we got to give them the respect that, they deserve coming into this game and give them our best.
Zach, what was the thing you wanted to most prove to your new teammates as you came in and tried to lock down the start?
All right. Just that I'm going to be there for them, that I'm somebody that they can rely on. And, I feel like that's what everybody wants in a teammate and a leader is somebody that they can rely on and off the field. And so just, being that leader that they need at quarterback and operating and leading this team where we want to go.
You've been around college football for a while, obviously. What have you learned about what it takes to be ready for week number one and not have any rust when you're out on those opening couple drives?
Right. Just a lot of preparation and a lot of reps. And I think, like you said, that rust, it started at the beginning of camp and just, taking advantage of every single rep. We've been practicing different situations since the beginning of camp, and we know that every situation that we practice, we might only get 1 or 2 shots at that before the game comes. So just, making sure that we've taken every rep seriously and made the most of every rep, every practice, over the last month and getting ready for this game.
Talk about the Toledo defense being tough. What's it going to take for you all to have a successful and clean game on Saturday?
Right. I think we all just need to do our job and play within the system. Nobody needs to go out and do anything different. We practice, we prepare. We have a great group of coaches that, are going to put us in the best situations and the best positions to go make plays. And I think we just need to do our job, play within the system, run the ball, execute. For me, it's take completions, not try to do too much.
What would make Saturday, besides getting a win, successful for you guys? What do you need to see to take when you watch it back?
Well, like you said, a win. Absolutely. That's for me. Going into the season, that's how I'm determining success. Just winning games. But for me, as a quarterback, just want to play a clean game, make good decisions. In our RPOs, let certain runs eat, and just make right decisions on those. And for the rest of the guys, making good decisions, executing, and playing fast and playing comfortable.
Bush stressed the importance to us about you guys coming out and starting well, playing fast. He said fast but simple.
Mm-hmm.
How do you break that down in your view as a quarterback?
Right. I mean, just like I said, we great group of coaches, and they do a really good job of, not only coming up with really good plays for us, but teaching them really well. And just whatever our job is, whatever we're supposed to do, every play we need to do that. We don't need to try to be Superman. We don't need to try to do something on our own. Just execute what we're coached to do this week.
Saturday will be the first time we really get to see Seth and Dante go. Coach kind of kept them out of some practices, some scrimmage, but they're 100% ready to go. What should we expect from those guys once they really get going?
Oh, man, I'm excited for those guys. Both really tough runners, quick, agile, they're fast. Man, I'm just as excited as you to watch them play, so I'm excited to get them the ball and see what they can do.
Okay, folks, thank you very much.
Man, appreciate